After experiencing a loss from AP Bren and Onyx, which of these teams will get back up again? Echo benched Carl TZ and brought out Outplayed, while Blacklist stuck to their original lineup. Looking at the draft, Blacklist locked in Novaria while Echo got their hands on Roger. With so much control from the Codebreakers draft, can the House of Highlights Zai dance their way out of this series? The early game was nothing out of the ordinary. It was a lot of back and forth from both teams, but at 10 minutes, we saw a miracle defense from Blacklist. They managed to get 4 kills because JP was in an awkward position, but Haji's was on point. Echo did not get the title the House of Highlights for nothing. Sanji used IMU and got Edward's final slash. He then flickered forward and used the ultimate to sweep Sensui to the side, making sure Echo secures the Lord. They also targeted Agent Zero a lot in the early game, making sure that the Arlet won't be a problem by the late game. In this clash, although Yue did his best to save the team and Oheb got 1 kill, Blacklist was just in too deep. The counter-engage from Echo was too much that Blacklist could not escape their grip. Outplayed and Zaida then pushed the barriers and the Echo Express prevailed in game number 1.
Ito naman hindi nagkakabit or hindi papayag na walang bawi pero mapatay na dito, double kill!
At si Haji na nga ata susunod. It's Edward, triple kill para kay Outplay. At kinungert-gert na nga niya, naka-wolf form pa. The immortality is there pero isa pang kagat might be!
Moving on to game number 2, we saw Haji's first Rock game this season. Now, will he be the rock that Blacklist can lean on to push the series to a game number 3? If you can remember from game number 1, Echo made it difficult for Edward. He was 0-3 during the early game. Here, our Agent Zero got his revenge. He helped his team draw first blood and 1 more kill to boot. If you follow Blacklist, you know they just need a good start. This fight was a 3-1 trade in favor of them. Sanji and Yue were manning the backlines, but Sanford popped Daytona's welcome a little bit too early because Sensui's instincts still prevailed. You'd think Edward's final slash was a problem for Sanford, but it seemed like it helped the player. With a stellar initiate from JP and a follow-up from the Echo Express, they pretty much cemented their lead by 14 minutes right after this fight. And Sanji just kept on giving us 5-man Astral Echoes. Last hurrah for the agents this series. Edward braved the front lines and tried to catch anyone from Echo. However, Sanford and Zaida got closer to the Lord, and with Sensui zoned out, Yue and Oheb were the agents' last hope. Zaida waited 18 minutes for this moment. He popped off, circled around the pit, and quickly picked off Edward. Haji was also dangerously low, so there was no one else to tank the damage. Is this the green light that the Orcas have been waiting for? Yes! As the drums were heard in the livestream, Echo closes Week 3, Day 3 with a 2-0.